Well, good morning. Here it is. It's Tuesday morning, and today is January the 23rd. And I hope that you had a great Monday. I hope that you had a good beginning to your week. I hope that you were able to maybe kind of ease into your Monday. And of course, we had a little bit of ice, yesterday morning, out here where we live. It wasn't extremely bad. Didn't get out until later, but I know they had quite a few problems up toward Oklahoma City and east. But anyway, I hope that your day went well. And anyway, now here it is. God has blessed us with the breath to breathe here on this Tuesday morning. It's a brand new day. And I hope that you're ready to tackle the opportunities that God has blessed us with this Tuesday morning. This morning, I want to share with you a devotional entitled "Called from Obscurity." As Christians, we can get excited, when a celebrity says that they've become a follower of Jesus Christ. And that I think it's because we think we have someone cool on our side, and that's fine. The time will tell, whether, their conversion is genuine or not. But what? I think it's important for us to remember that God, He goes out of His way, to use ordinary people. And the people that God has used to touch the world often, have been, those who, those that you never would have expected to do great things with their lives. It came as a surprise when God chose David, a shepherd boy, become the next king of Israel. Yet David, he took it all in stride and wisely waited on the Lord for, further direction. And in many ways, David, he was the very opposite of Saul, the first king of Israel. Saul, he came from a family who loved him, while David, he came from a family that seemingly neglected and even disliked him. While Saul was the most handsome man in all Israel, David was just an ordinary man. While Saul was attractive on the outside, you see, he was vain, shallow, and devoid of true integrity on the inside. In contrast, David, he had a deep commitment to God, even though he was very young. And what this does, it reminds us of the truth of Paul's words in 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verses 26 and 27. This is what he wrote. He said, "Remember, dear brothers and sisters, that few of you were wise in the world's eyes, or powerful, or wealthy when God called you. Instead, God chose things the world considers foolish in order to shame those who think they are wise. And He chose things that are powerless to shame those who are powerful." You see, God uses ordinary people. For example, Dwight L. Moody, one of the greatest evangelists of his day. He was a shoe salesman before he became an evangelist. When he heard the gospel and he gave his life to Christ, he went from selling souls to saving souls. One day he was having a conversation with another Christian who said this: "The world has yet to see what God can do with a man fully consecrated to Him." Moody, he was determined to be that man. And Billy Graham, before he began his ministry, he was a dairy farmer in North Carolina. Everyone knew him as Billy Frank, and he would have been about the last person whom people expected to become the most effective evangelist in world history. The Bible tells us in 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9, "The eyes of the Lord search the whole earth in order to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him." I want you to notice this doesn't say that God is looking for strong people. Rather, it says that He's looking to strengthen those whose hearts are fully committed to Him. You know, the Bible is replete with stories like that of David. You know, an obscure shepherd boy who was taken out of the fields and then raised up to be the greatest king in the history of Israel. Now, would you like God to use you to touch the lives of others around you? I mean, would you like God to lead you and to speak through you? You see, God goes out of his way to use ordinary people to do extraordinary things. And, you know, I think, you know, number one, I'm glad that God uses ordinary people, you know, like you and me, you know, and I've seen it time and again, you know, throughout my life. I've watched people and God uses us if we'll just be obedient. You know, that's the key, being obedient to what he calls each one of us to do. So anyway, I hope that encourages you here on this Tuesday morning. I hope you have a wonderful day. And remember, Angie and I, we love you guys and we're praying for you. And Lord willing, I'll see you tomorrow morning. God bless you.